Welcome, I'm Bill Wake. We're here working on Betwist. It's a word-finding game, and the focus for today is working on the New Game button. I thought we'd do something. Didn't plan to do this quite so soon, but I think to get this thing ready to ship even for beginning testing, we'll need that. Now, we have some things to do first. I ran the test just now, and one of our behaviors has changed, and we sort of half knew it was, but this kind of confirms it. So we used to say if you guessed a word you already had, we move that to the beginning of the guesses list, and now we don't. So we expected. Well, we got fish sticks, fish. Okay, so we have the same word twice, and the expectation was we would deduplicate that and move it to the front. Now, I think, well, I don't think it's critical to move it to the front because I want to get away from letting you have duplicates. And so I think the question would be, do we need to do deduplicate guesses, or do we trust that callers do that and they only put it in there twice if they want it twice? I don't have a good answer. I do know, after thinking about this, I don't think these are guesses. I think they're answers, but we'll work on that renaming after we fix the problem. All right, so I guess the crux of this is, well, wait a minute. Guesses, remove all. Why doesn't this work? I thought we had changed this around a little. Oh, ha, ha, ha. I think it might be, we're looking at the whole guess, but they're never identical because we added a UUID. And really, I don't think we want to consider user guessed or not. I think we want to look at 0.word. Equals guess.word. Okay. So I put this in so we could put this, go through them in a list, but which is useful for the view. It needs to have IDs on them. I don't, yeah, but that definitely makes each one unique. Now we could override equatable and say you're only equatable if the word matches, but that's a little weird. I think this is more accurate. Yeah, let's do that. And I'll skip worrying about are we going to deduplicate or not. I think in the long run I want to not make it an issue. Okay, good. I'm not going to let you put in duplicate words so we don't have to worry about how they animate to the bottom and if your word didn't show up first or any of that. If it's already in there, we don't move it to the top. We just leave the last word that you actually guessed that was new. All right. All right, and I don't know how much, well, sometimes we have variables named guess that probably don't want to be rename. This is an answer, and these are answers. Okay. And now These are answers. Yeah, and I don't know. I've hit this before where I change the class name and then it's like main data structure is named after what it was. I don't know if I'm making a mistake naming things that way, but this reads fine. Answers. Now, who's calling description? We might have got rid of that. We did. Okay. Well, I could look at preview. I guess either look at preview or answers. Okay, so let's change this to preview. I don't know if that is quite accurate, but it'll work for now. And then we'll rename the other classes. Game.guesses.preview. And there may be a new line thing or something like that. As long as we don't have more than 3 words in there, it's gonna work. Or it's gonna be close. Now this one, yeah. I think that was game.allAnswers. Let's see, sorry, the internal array. Yeah, I mean, maybe values would be a better name. Okay, let's do that. So we renamed guess as to answer. I think you're right about values. It's a very kind of more neutral thing. Yeah, and we have the answers object, but we have the guesses object too. Oh no, that's the guesses, but I think there's a guess view. So we'll make this values. No guess view. He can't be answers view. I think maybe he's the answer in progress. He's that little white box at the top. Let's guess progress. Oh, that's our little offset thing. Maybe just progress. Animation progress? I don't know. Progress. Okay, do we have the... Nothing else with gas. All right, let's just do a global search for gas. Game.guesses, okay. I think he just manages too much stuff to get a generic name. All right. I still have a bunch. Oh, selection has its own. I think these are... So what you're doing there is, I don't know, you're kind of submitting a word. User added, user selected, user entered, maybe. Entered by user. I don't know why rename stopped working. There it goes. Okay, that should get a bunch of them. Contact view. Well, I think that's really just progress. Okay, I think we got most of them. Yeah. Okay, I think those are the things I'm setting aside. But all right. So let's look at new game. Oh, I should tell you before I forget. I'm going to be out of town next week, or at least unavailable to this anyway. But I will be here tomorrow, and I should be back the following Monday. First Monday in November. All right, so new game. Well, let's just run this. So it's the way I'm intending is as I make my guesses, and at some point I just cannot guess anymore. I don't have any more ideas. And so I'm not putting time limits on this because I want it to just be kind of, you know, a casual puzzle kind of thing. But at some point I want to be able to just say, I give up. And I think we settled on putting it down here, put a new game button. And that should generate a brand new board and everything should be good. I'm kind of holding back. I'm not quite as sure I like this inner border as much as it's there. I don't know. But at any rate, so I think the button will be straightforward, but I think I'm not so clear on how game. Yeah, I think let's get the app up. I don't remember what Betwist app. Yeah. Okay, so this thing loads the words. That only happens once. But we create this as state, and then we pass it through. I don't think I can reassign that. Can I? Well, let's make a... Well, I think I'm going to have some sort of restart method that does this stuff. Now, unfortunately, you can't make that a method because you can't call a method with partially filled in stuff. Go inside the overlay word list. Yeah, maybe. This one. Well, it might not be the worst. Yeah. But I think for now, I'll put it in here. It's a little, I don't know, I'm feeling a little crowded on this board. But we're going to take this off and we're going to move this button back down. So I don't think it'll be as awkward. It might make sense on the done button. Like, I mean, I don't know. I want to say I give up. That's a little negative. But something to say, you know, one thing is return to, you know, keep going or new game. But I don't know. What I'd like is this list of all the words the computer found, and I'd like to be able to close this, and then I want to check and say, you know, you found baconnage. Where did you find that? You know, and then oh, here it is. You know, now that I know it's here, well, there's no E on the end. You know, but if that's a word. You know, like, oh, I want to see where that was. I didn't, you know, I think I would have caught that, but I didn't. So where is it? Bouncing back in this seems fine, but then at some point you have to say, okay, I'm done. Now, maybe I should put a smaller version of the board up here. Maybe just one grid's worth, not editable. You know, this is the kind of stuff I'm losing sleep over. All right. But anyway, for now, I'm going to put the button here. And we will do some sort of reset. Well, letter grid, I think it generates, oh no, we pass in a maker, a sequence. Okay, so we'll have to generate a new sequence. Let's pull game over here. Letter grid, okay, yeah, for the size. But where's our maker? Selection of grid. Oh, it comes in here. Well, that's in the app as well, which I've lost again. Yeah, done. Yeah, back is better. Let's make that change. I'm already confused by it. Is it answer detail view? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, done sounds a little too complete. All right. So the vocabulary loader, and I don't know where he's coming from. No, wait, we don't. Vocabulary is there, but source on game. Oh, game maker. Now, he's specifically designed to only return the number of things we want. I don't know. We'll have to tweak this. I guess first I should find out if game can. This is an experiment. I guess it's a function. Oh, no, it isn't, because he doesn't have game. It's got to be a view function. Okay, well, I guess we'll put that button in now. All right, so there's the score view, the answers view. I guess I'll make this a VStack. Now, I don't know if I can say game equals game well, answers is not the right thing. We need a sequence of strings. Well, I can call game maker again. No complaint. That's a good question. I think it makes its own. Yeah, so if we create a new game object, it has new answers, new everything, really. All right. And are you doing it? Okay. Well, we got to style that, but solos. All right. And oh, that shows why I don't like I'm liking that outer border less, because I'm seeing it over top of my red border. That's kind of annoying. Okay. Gopi, what else? Sol. All right, now let's try a new game. Instead of Gopi LHG, it's a new game. Oh, I thought there was more there. No. Oh, now what's weird? The list of potential words seems to be gone. Where would that be? Collect? No. Extensions. Where does he put that? I forget. All answers. Well, that seems like it should have been there. Let me put a non-word in. Uh-huh. We've lost our connection to the dictionary. Okay. I think that's just the arguments here. I think we defaulted it for the benefit of somebody. Yeah, we did that null default thing. Okay. So I think I can just take dictionary's vocabulary from the old one. Now it makes me wonder do we really need, what do we do with source? Is it really going in the letter grid? Well, he could restrict himself to the number size squared items. I think that would actually be better. Okay, let's see if that change helps. I don't know, it would be quite as easy as this is seeming. All right, so I'm just, I want to get at least one guess in so we can see if that's really, make sure the guesses and the score and everything is different. Okay, 295, there's my stuff. New game. Okay, there we go. That's there, that reset. My words reset, my selection resets. Okay. Okay. I think we'll just have to style that button. I forget what we call it. House. Circled or capsuled? I'm so used to saying encapsulated, you know, the computery word, when it could just be put in a capsule. Right. I think that's adequate. Now I notice as I set words, it resets the list of words. I think it's just got the random selection of them. They don't come out in any particular order, so, or they don't have to. Yeah, what these particular words mean, I have no idea. All right, but we've got a new game button. That's something. The other one I wondered though was like maybe our last letter selected should be this mint color. I'm bringing that in as that accent color. So let's collect this little value. And I'll take that little color tweak. In principle, well, I'm going to take that out of here, this accent. And in my resources, cell border last, I'm going to change that. Just mint color. Okay. Okay. Oh, he's still got that little, it's an asymmetric thing. Hmm. Do we frack? Yeah. Okay. Let's just see how that's drawn, but I don't know. What is he? So he really is a larger border. Let's is that grid view? No, letter view. Who makes all those choices, right? It's chooser. Color chooser? What's he called? Oh, you seem like, yeah, you're a Swift UI thing. Background color, border color. Line width type equals last 6. Well, maybe that's what's going on. Yeah. I don't know how easy that'll be, but I think you're right. That's probably it. Yeah. Well, no, is it? Okay, let me be dramatic. I mean, maybe we can. Yeah. Okay. So interesting. So the stuff on top is there, and the bottom is because the later ones are drawn that way. Can I reverse that somehow? Yeah, there's the corner, right? So it's got the border. Yeah. Okay. So 6 was, well, 8's a little more dramatic. That's probably okay. But I don't know if we can we just change the Z index like that? So just forcing it way to the top. Button to the right of the last is below. Because I grabbed one on the corner, so the things to the left, he's drawn before them, I think. Well, it didn't work. Huh. I don't think it's mattering where you are. A little bit of impact. Yeah, so I think Now, why would that one be different, though? Because this R is almost certainly written after this O, so it would seem to be like a higher priority. And the same for the Y. Can I get any that's not hidden? Well, border covered up by adjacent shape switch UI. Oh, clip shape. Is it that do I have an overlay on there? I do. Let's move this above that. Maybe I need to move this down? Let's try this first. Well, no, the z-index... I don't know if that's making the layer. No. I can't think that would be. Fill border color. Oh, I just deleted my overlay somewhere in that mess. Z-index. Are there two? Oh. Oh. We already had some attempt to do that. Okay, let's take these more dramatic values. Well, I know I have a 10 somewhere, so I'm taking 100 as being particularly boldly different. Not relevant. Oh, why? Now that looks, I think, well, no. The one on the sort of grayish start there, well, I think there's an offset for one thing, but I don't think the size, maybe the size is small enough. I can see a little thin black and a little thin white line. And then down here, I just see the white line overlaying the whole black. So the border between E and I is, well, no, there's a real thin. I don't know if I can zoom in. Fit screen. Nope. Oh, very annoying bug. Size, that's too small. Point accurate. No, I guess I'm not. I don't seem to be able to turn those off. Well, Z index inside the button. Well, that's true. It is. It's inside the shape even. Well, no, it's a view. Okay. But yeah, let's look outside. That was grid, I think. Nope. Grid view. Well, I don't see any Z indexes in here. Padding 1. Let's see, infinite grid. No Z index there. And the one I know of, the 10 we had before was for that word dropping down. Now, it'll probably look a little ugly the way I have it at the moment. All right. Well, okay. So padding, I mean, this is not bad, but that is terrible. All right. Let's go the other way. No, okay, that's too much. So padding is the amount between the cells. And I bet my selection can... Now, it looks to me like there's just a tiny dot of color below the top of the A's. Like, that sticks out fine. I think that's still being cut off by the top there. And I'm not as fond of the gray between them either. I mean, I think padding 1 looked the best, but I believe it's cut off there. Trying to think if there's some way to zoom. Debug. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Copy images. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Not helpful. Just distracting. I don't know if these tell us anything. No. It's the H stick that has to be lifted. This one? Or the letter view? Oh no. Is a grid view holds letter view? Yeah. Because we don't know the cell here. Okay. I don't know if we can. So row, the column is inside. The whole row above is below the below is above the previous. Because that's an H stack inside there? Is that what you're saying? Well, I don't know the H stack. I don't really have him. Who would know he's got the selected value in it? Well, let's see what I can get from game. Well, game no selection. I guess I can ask that. We had last selected somewhere. Is the location. Maybe I can try something like that. It strikes me as potentially going to be weird that it's going to mess up the whole row, but in exploration mode. So Z index is so if selection I guess I want to say selection dot last, or no, if selection dot last dot row equals row, I'll make it 5, otherwise 1. Oh, game dot. Does game provide more direct access? Last location selected. Oh no. No, it doesn't really. Okay. I mean, just to find out a possibility, then we'll take this chance. Okay, so what I think that should do is, if there is a selection, if there is a last selection and it's a location, in which case is it the row we're on? If it is, we'll make the Z index 5, otherwise it's 1. And I'm choosing 5 because it's less than 10, because your box shouldn't slide down halfway behind it, but we'll see. I mean, it's kind of funny because the row should have its own size, right? But I guess the border is punching out above it. Well, I'll give it to you. Good call. All right, and now let's make a word. Saga. And we want to watch and make sure that... Oh no, it's still not there. Oh. All right, I'm going to take it and see if it slides below this or not. No, it was above, I think. However, yeah, is it something about the 3x3 grids? Why are they different? Right, because that's, so the border grids, okay, that works, that doesn't. That works, doesn't. Okay. Well, we can work on the center grid. So maybe this should be like 3. And then the infinite grid. Is it the H deck or the grid view that deserves the Z index? I mean, I think I've only got, I think it's got to be the grid itself, right? Okay, let's change some numbers around, but let's say, well, now we need row and column. Okay, so I guess we're going to move him. Let's make him 5 or 1. And then come back to this one. We'll make him 8 or 3. Because this should be higher. Well, the letters should be higher than the grid. Otherwise, we're just going to have a grid showing. Let's make sure that's what does happen, that the grid overwrites the letters, at least on the center. Try and build up my intuition here on how these things get attached. No. Okay, this is promising. Ah. So if you're in the center grid, oh, that does not fix it. Right. And if we just had a 4x4 grid, it would be even worse. So is L, I guess this is, no, this is, L should be in that, right? Because our opening play was like that, this much, or these 5, it's centered. So that should be the bottom row. This should be the top row. Now that's okay. That is not. But the, yeah, so the problem is, oh golly. So the 3x3 grids, yeah. Okay, is this going to change it if I make these? All right, what did I set this to? I'm sorry, I forgot already. 5 or 1. All right, what if I make this 7 so it's higher than the grid? Or 8. Maybe that's enough difference. It's not proportional or anything like that. Okay, so now I think I have the letters above, but the grid, yeah, these are just, oh, how weird. Okay, so the bottom row is screwed up. The top row is fine. The right edge, it's okay-ish. Can we keep the border inside? Well, yeah, that's one I was trying to do at one point. And that's a very good point. Then we don't have to do any of this spooling around. Where's letter view? I mean, I wanted to make them shapes because I wanted to have more flexibility with that, but maybe this is still screwing it up. You think that would force him to be the highest thing on the screen. Okay. But shapes have... Is it content border? There's some sort of inset border that they can do. Stroke border, that sounds like it. If you create a shape without a specific size, it just expands the space. Okay. Yes, I do notice. Okay, this is this is exactly the solution he's pushing. Okay, do stroke border, blue, line width. Okay. Now this won't work because, oh, it doesn't exist on Arc. Okay. So I don't need that, but nope. It was mixed case, right? Oh. Yeah, we ran into a problem. Value S. S is a shape. This is one of these things. Why did that not work? Okay, so let's see stroke border. Okay, there it is. I mean, I wanted to pass shapes because those are the things that have stroke borders. Insettable shape, what is that? Conforming types, rectangle. Do I have to make this a rectangle? We'll fix the names later. S has no member stroke border. It's something about the generics, and I remember we touched it briefly. I tried to do it, couldn't get it to work. Now maybe I can say, because I know this is a rectangle, that I'm putting in a rectangle and it's fine. Okay, but we can get rid of the Z index stuff if this works, so this is good. I think it'll look a little funny because those borders are kind of big. All right, that's all right. That's not right at all. Did I... Let's make sure we've... Okay, we use the color and the line width. We stroke inside the circle. Both conform to shape. Oh, okay, you have to have insettable shape. Let's try that. S. Insettable shape. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, okay. I thought it had applied to all shapes, but it's just the insettable ones. But the border color is not right. Have I done something to mess it up? Okay, let's take this out. And this. And this. I don't think that's the issue. Letter view. Fill background color. That looked okay. The border color just looked wrong. Right? Because it's not... I don't see a different shade of gray. Actually, I don't see any... Oh, what did I overlay? Foreground style. Okay, the fill is fine. That's the background color. Border color. They should get different colors. All right, I took all those Z's and X's out. Let's see if that made any difference. But it looked more like it's not drawing my borders. Okay, there's a very light gray border. I think that's unchanged. Okay. Water view. Stroke border, choose your border color type. All right, let's hard code something and see if we can get it to react. Should the frame be before the border? Maybe so. That's a good point. Although I think this might turn it into a generic view, but okay, I don't see any green. Yeah. Yep. So frame bounds it that way. Does his example have a frame? Arc dot inset amount plus equals amount. Okay, circle, stroke, blue. They're cut off. Okay. Now we get a better result. It's all drawn inside the circle. Okay, let's... I don't think it should matter. And I don't think it needs the size, because I think when it draws, it's told that, you know, when it actually triggers the draw, it knows the size. Yeah, there's no border there. Well, is the background interacting somehow? Can we do this? Okay, he stays a shape. I mean, 18, that would be 36 on each side. That's going to leave not too much. Okay. All right, that's a good sign. Okay, let's go back to this one. Take out this one. So I think I was drawing the background black over top of the border that we did. Okay, well, we got some padding or spacing issues. All right, that's going to work. 8's too much. Let's try 4. I think that's adequate. I mean, that one looks okay. It's probably the padding. Yeah, I'm sure you're right. Yeah, I think it drew our border and then covered it. Maybe we could try a transparent color if we really wanted to get digging into it, but I'm more interested to see it work than to care about that. And where's that padding one? There. So I think that padding is opening up the space between them. I hope taking it out gets rid of them. Oh, that's probably our... Is that a 2? And this is a 6? Okay, because it's on both sides. Yeah, so I think we're filling in the natural border, but I think this is ending up being 4 pixels because it's 2 on each side. It may be not. I may need to put a spacing 1 somewhere in there, but I'm gonna just try and hit the right balance of subtle and not subtle. But that color is not coming from the background between the cells, right? That's the real border from the other stuff. Come on. That didn't run. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. Nice. Thank you. Right. Okay. Well. Now this has 1E. Okay. I'm going to come back to the letter balance, how we generate letters at some point, because these boards are definitely tougher than a typical Boggle board, say, or just a random, I don't know. And how do we like the colors? It's pretty subtle as to which one's the opening cell. Like when you work your way over here, I guess you can tell. I don't know if this type should also have a little bit more. I think we're going to delegate to the chooser to sort this out with types. Okay. So we'll just define a new method, border size, border width on our chooser. And is that double border width? CG float. Okay. Okay, so first I'm going to say 3.0, make it as big as the other. Middle is 1.0. Last is 3.0. And default is kind of weird, like can't happen really. By missing one of these. Okay, so now we got border width. What was it before? No, line width. We could change background color, go from last to first. There's no more border width. Border width, type, selection type. Chooser.border width has no member border width. I don't think it's a protocol. Oh, yeah, we could be a gradient. Oh, come on. Function border width. I'm missing a... Yeah, I wasn't missing the brace it showed me. Okay. I don't know why I didn't complain about color chooser instead of the call site. Yeah. I guess I'm just looking at colors. Okay. Oh, what? That's good. These are gray. There's still a hair black, which there should be. Yeah, I think that will tell you. Yeah, I think this is good. The other one that crossed my mind was making the last letter into a circle, but I think we are at a good place and we should just take the win. Trying to see if any of these corners or anything weird triggers somewhere. But it all looks good. Yeah, that inset thing, stroke border thing, that's good. I'm learning something. So I thought it was shape. It's not shape. It's insettable shape. And once you have that, you can do that. Fill has to happen first. Little tweaky things. Okay. Gradient. I don't think we can do this too easily. The idea of the gradient, I don't think we know the type of the node. We know it's a neighbor, but nothing tracks like what number you are or anything like that. Selection does, so it's not like you couldn't do it, but it would be a fair bit of work. All right. Very good. All right, so we made selection highlights, put the border inside the shape. So it doesn't get cut off on the bottom. Yeah, and I think this is definitely much more the feeling I was hoping that would have. And the stuff we did with the indexes we were trying, and we tried widths and we tried other stuff, and now we get the payoff. All right. Persistence. And pairing, for that matter. Alrighty, let's see. We're 320. Let's go back here. Okay, so new game. All right, we did the simple version of that. All right, and this is really new game sets parameters. We haven't tried it. Okay, and then otherwise we're back to where we were. Changing duplicate words, replacing. Can I have black background? Well, yeah, but nobody knows the color chooser only knows the node type. It has no access to anything about what letter it is or any of that stuff. I mean, it wouldn't even need opacity, right? We could just do a color that depends on it, but yeah, if we knew the index, that would be different. And I'm not saying we never could, but I think I'm gonna move on. I do like the idea, and it maybe let's make sure it's on my to-do in case we're getting, but so make okay. Yeah, I think that's what would need. Right. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick experiment. I had the notion that we could just change our board size and everything would be great. So let's see if that's true. And that's back in our app. All right, I just picked 5. I think we did 4 at first, or maybe we've already done this, but I'm going to make it big. It may slow down our search so much we can't bear it. And I'll comment that out. Yeah, you're right. You would see the whole path that way. I mean, you get the letters on top, but it's surprisingly hard to pull it together. Okay, so now I see non-decal. I don't see any repetition in that. Oh, that's only 8. All right, non-decal HC. Oh, and he's finding the words relatively quickly. Okay, so now the moving is essential because I think the word goes C non-decal H. Yeah, so you can't even quite get those last 2 letters on. What do you get? 7.5 or so. Okay, so now this should be much easier to find words. Yeah, the selection is really a little sluggish, but we're doing this search every single time, so it's understandable, if not ideal. Okay. How's this looking? All right. Now our non-decal new game. Wow, that's all right. It's definitely more that scrolling definitely means something now. I don't know why I can't find any decent sized words. Warden. I missed a word. That's like the green area around something. I think. Yes. Okay. All right. Well, that's good. Nothing seems to be problematic. I guess I got to do a lot of dragging to make sure we're wrapping. But the colors are all staying consistent. Let's rotate. It's a little slow. It's this, but you should only have to generate the word list once. Yes. Yeah, doing it every time is just me being lazy. And well, I'll tell you what though, because it takes a couple of seconds that first time, that's awkward. I'm surprised how fast it is with the 10 by 10 board, because you would think, that's got 4 times the area and more than 4 times the possibilities, you would think. Maybe words just don't get big fast enough to make that matter. But yeah, because I'm very surprised that 1, 2-ish seconds to search the big board. So that makes the next question. Let's try 20 and 20. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, was maybe because I think in reality we don't want to see that list of words until we're basically giving up. And I think at that point, like, you're just not going to give up in 2 seconds on most games, even if you were kind of cheating and saying, I'm going to keep clicking until I get a decent board, but oh my, okay. So some things are falling apart. Oh yeah. We only gave 100. Hues. Self-dat max puzzle size squared. Oh, well, maybe that's not what I just thought. Oh, max puzzle size. Okay, that's the thing that's 10. Where's that? Yeah. Let's do 50. And if that's the only slow thing, well, I guess I can't judge from the Xcode startup, because he's just doing too much hooking up debugging and whatever else. All that Windows stuff I hardly ever look at. But like this, that's a noticeable pause. Okay. Yeah, that's that was my first letter. 1001, 2, 3. Okay. I think I clicked back on A. 4, 5, 6. Right. So this is the flaw of one of my ideas of having an infinite grid, because you could not find all the words in an infinite grid in 2 seconds or less. You could just select. Now, one thought I had was limit the size, limit the number of attempts at finding words. So the 5x5 one we did had about 100,000. Maybe we could limit it to 300,000 attempts at words. And if whatever words you found in that time, that's what you get. But yeah, I think a thread, if when you started up a game, we kicked off the all answers in a thread, the computation in a thread, and then when you click more and say, I'm done, show me the board, or show me the right answers, I think at that point, we'd do an await to say, is this thread done yet? And 99 times out of 100, it's going to be done, unless they just really went create a board, hit more, and that. Now the 20 board is, it's too slow to do it all the time for sure. I'm just trying to get, I don't know if Bascos is a word. I just hope it is. I see oinks, I saw claw, I saw autos. You're definitely coming closer. We'll click the do. But I suppose the good news is the mechanism part is working. The scrolling seems okay, all that stuff. And it actually helps on the iPad, right? If you have a 20 by 20, that will fill the board on the iPad, and 8 more copies of it will make sure you don't have an issue. All right. Are you a word? Okay. Let's get this back to normal sizes. 50 by 50. Let's make it 25. Maybe we'll do that high. And notice also if you have a random board, our twisting is a lot weirder because we rely on that for the size for that. A lot of things rely on the size. So okay. Let's see. Game. Oh no, it's Betwist app 5. One of my ideas for a new game though is instead of just creating the new game, it pops up a screen that says, you know, how big a board do you want? 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 10, you know, maybe just a few values. And then eventually I expect to have sound, and maybe you can turn that on or off there too, kind of a little bit of a setting thing. But this is good. We, I don't know what we left different here. Oh, okay. Tried a 20 by 20 board. Computing all answers after each letter. Is too slow, but we really only need to do that once, and preferably in a thread. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna set this one aside. Okay, we're due for a break, so we'll take a break. I think we'll come back, and some combination of these 4 will be what we work on. So see you in a few minutes, 3 or 4 minutes. Welcome back. All right, I rearranged these. I think what we'll do is we'll make it worn on duplicate words. Then we'll change the rules, replacing existing words. We might make a decision. I don't know. Excuse me. We might make a decision there. I'm thinking, well, right now we delete it and put it in so it comes in the front. I think we may just say if it contains the word return and otherwise add it. Because then we're going to sort them anyway. So whether it was first or last is not relevant. I guess I don't mind adding it to the front so I get the prefix effect, the last couple of words added. But if it's already there, I don't want to worry about deleting it. Okay, so worn on duplicate words. Well, that should be a game concept. All right, so yeah, here's valid. So if the answer's too short, if the vocabulary doesn't have the word in it, okay. And I think then if the answers, right, answers are a full set of answers. If answers contains the words, then we're just going to put the duplicate in that. So let's start over on answers. give it a new capability to answer that question, do you contain a word? And then we'll use that, and that'll help us later too. All right, so the answers, and so answers knows whether it contains a word. Okay, so we put a word in, doesn't matter. Do you contain the word we just put in? Yes. Do you not contain the word we didn't put in? All right. And I think it's, well, that's our statistic-y kind of stuff. Yeah, function contains string returns a Boolean. Now values, okay, we're gonna have to do contains where. Oops, wrong one. I would have done something. Come on, editor. Okay, one issue. Okay, does the values contain something that has a word that matches our word? All right. Okay, so it changes message. I guess that's why it's mutating. Okay. We'll have to get at least 4 based on our other rule. Oops. Validating duplicate word gets a message. Okay, so we know the word ABCD we need to add that to answers. And then we select A, B, C, D. Is that right? 0, 1. No, we want... Where's the legal one? I guess we didn't have one. Okay. That's A, B, C, D. Okay. So they've submitted ABCD once. They're in the process. They've selected ABCD again. And they should get a message. Duplicate word. All right. We expect that to fail. I'll go work on color chooser while that thinks. As opposed to rebooting. Okay, we didn't get the message. And now I think we'll put it in the middle. Should be quicker to search the list of answers than the whole vocabulary. Did I put an exclamation? Yes. Well, let's do this consistently. Sorry. Oh. Yeah, answer is selection.answer. Okay. Well, he didn't hit our breakpoint. That is the one we're on, right? We call it validate. Yeah, I don't know. Selection should have the stuff in it. I think we're about to learn something. Maybe these tests need a look. Or did they just did select and then locate? Yeah, I got the message. This should be ABCD. If it's not, then I've missed my numbers. Okay. So answer is ABCD. Answer dot count should be 4. Yeah. Okay, so let's step over. Answer count less than minimum size. No. Why didn't we break here? Okay. False. Well, okay. So we submitted. I created the word. Sorry, let's check the test. I created the answer. Oh, it's not the game's answers. I think we called it collect or something. Collect. I think submit might be a better word. Okay, now. Oh, really? Ugh. I have to actually find the word. Answers, selections, stuff. Okay, yeah, our test just isn't adequate. Yika-rika. That's a lot more tests than I usually want. I guess if we're going to test at the game level, which is coordinating everything at the top, that's the price we're paying, because we don't have anything that says just select, like find A, B, C, D, you know, or A, B, C, D next to each other. Okay, so I'm going to assume it will succeed at this point. Okay, well, it should have been that easy. All right, let's commit that. Okay, and I guess we can run that. We haven't seen that work really. Let's do a different path to get the same word. Okay, should say duplicate word. Yes. All right. Change rules for replacing existing words. That's in the answers or answers. So when you submit here, we remove the old word and what one for prefix? No, this is validating what you submit. So that doesn't apply to the prefix ones. Okay. This, I guess the question with this one is, it's like, what semantics do we want on our answers, regardless of what game thinks is going on? We could say, if you put it in twice, then you put it in twice. That's on you. And I don't think that's unreasonable. Let's do that. Let's take this out, and something should break. So we're doing one of these reverse kind of TDD things. If you change the code, the test should break. If it's not the test you expected, then something's not so good. But I'm pretty sure we had a test for the word coming at the front, a duplicate word. Okay. Moves duplicate word to the beginning. Well, that's not the case. It just puts them in, you know. So I think I'm going to change the test to allows duplicate words. And there's no notion of the beginning. And this should now be fish sticks fish. And that should pass. Okay. And I think that's minimal behavior. Now, the other one that makes me wonder, okay, we don't really need, well, okay. So the reason we're using insert at 0 here is this prefix thing. We grab the last 3 letters. Okay, so I don't know what word I can spell. S-T? No. I guess I got rose. R-O-S-E. Maybe with a Y? By itself. Okay.
Smoke detector.
It's okay.
I can't go downstairs.
Don't worry about it. Okay, what? I guess I'm hoping for a prefix word, but I'm not doing so good at finding one. Jiggle. Jiggler, maybe. But we've got our found words, is the point. Yeah, you can see Jiggle and Rose are both there. So it's keeping that at on the list of things. I wonder if, well, it has crossed my mind that this could be a set instead of a array. But that messes up that, and maybe it's just, well, it would change the duplicate behavior. I think it's just going to be okay. All right, so tests should be green. Okay, so allow answers to contain duplicate words. our game won't use that capability. Okay. I think, 6 months from now when I open this up again and I go like, wait, what's it doing with duplicate words? And I've got a test that says allows duplicate words. I think that will be enough to trigger even me to know what was going on. Okay, so we did that. Answers allows duplicate words, but game does not. Okay, sort answers by length. So this one, what I'm envisioning on our words page, okay. Well, I'm not seeing it. G-O-O-N-S. Yeah, so I would like this to be 5-letter words, snogs, goons. 4-letter words, snog, goon. And I think I feel like it's supposed to be very easy with lists. I don't remember how we break up those things. No, I won't. Oh, you're right. Okay, let's address that first. Okay, I think I want to say don't allow duplicates. Okay, let's go to that test again. Test fails. Okay, so if it contains the word already, return. Yeah. Well, it catches duplicate words submitted now. Oh. It's the same problem. Fish sticks fish. Submit word. I guess I could say it forward. If contains word return, but why didn't that work? Sticks and fish. Our word is fish. True. Did I just have my logic backwards? What just happened? All right, the word should be fish, and the values should contain sticks. Where did I stop? Oh, that's the first one. Okay. Let's continue. Sticks. Okay, and continue one more time. It should be fish. All right. Contains word is true. I am talking about sut. It has two. Okay. Oh, it was in the wrong order. Yes. No. Preview is sticks fish. Oh, true. Okay. Yes. Because preview, we weren't using preview before. We were using description. Preview puts the first word, the last word first. So it should have had only sticks and fish. Before, when you got the duplicate, it moved the fish to the front. But the way it is now, this should be in the front. Okay. I'm more confident. It's weird how you can get sidetracked by something like that. Get rid of all these. Now I think that's an old message because it passed. All right. Okay, now let's try this again. Length. Switch to our list. I know there's a way to have sections. Grouping data with lazy stack is displaying data. Okay, so I think we just need sections. Right, we can do section off of the sections there. Okay. And then the answers, we have a view that looks at these already, right? Because the detail view does. All right, it runs through the list of values. Okay, and yeah, that's what we want is group dictionary by length. I guess we're gonna make somebody ask for one, and so I guess that's testable. So let's do that. Answers. Yeah, this is probably a good start. It knows words grouped by size. Okay. Okay, so we'll put these words in, I guess. Two of one. All right, so if we ask for set dot grouped words, well, what are we going to ask? I think so. The list just needs something that lists them. Word sizes should be 8, 5, 4. I don't know where he's getting 7. Okay, and then how's he getting that there? Department. So these have to be in order. Oh, sorry. Expansion of macro expect. Interesting. He knows it's expect, but okay, he should be complaining about this. Okay, so answers, I'm going to give it a word sizes and a words. words for size. Well, he's probably just a var. That is an array of int. Return answers. All right, and this has to map then. Okay, so the word sizes are that. Int goes to answers, has no subscripts. So that words of 4 dot map should be an array of words. Oh, he's not a... I changed the interface. Answers, words of size returns array of answer. Oh, answer. Okay, should fail. Okay, empty and empty. All right, so this is, I think a list has this already, right? Group by. Partition by. Nope. Grouped by. Okay, I think that'll be that one. Whoops. So we, whether we need to, we should be able to calculate this we should be able to maintain the structure while we're adding to the dictionary, but For now, let's just make sure we can pull the right stuff out. I'm expecting one to pass and one not. Okay, so yeah, we did get the right thing out of there. It sorted it reversed. All right, and then let's do of size. Okay, so if we group them by count of size, dot sorted else empty. I guess I gotta map them. And then sort them. Is that not right? Okay. Does map do that? Oh, what's the map that takes optionals? Well, I don't even know what this is, right? What is words? Optional array of answers. Can I convert value of type string? To closure result type answer. That should be array of answer at this point with an exclamation. And map array of answer to the word inside it. It's an error type. Why are you an error type? Are you not an answer? Array of strings. Type of answer is answer. Answer.word string. So if I got an array of strings, why can't I sort it? Cannot convert value of type string to closure result answer. Oh, You can if it's got a comparator operator. So our answers don't. They have equatable, and they have two fields, right? One was this Boolean flag, but we're trying to ignore the flag in using it. Well, except that I'm not. Okay, let's get right here. Okay, so if I take the words, okay, I think that might be okay. Cannot convert. I keep doing that. Ugh. Okay, so I take the words. That gives me a bunch of answers. I sort them according to word, and I ignore the flag, but something will catch it. All right. Well, my hope is that passes. And we can't change them into strings because we need the type answer, because that determines what color it gets drawn in. And we still want that. Okay, come on. Now I think this will be pretty easy to modify. Okay, so and then answer detail view. Well, I'm just going to paste this list with one more brace. Okay, for each answers dot word sizes, section header is size letters. For each answers dot words of size answer in, and now we want I guess we don't need that. Well, won't hurt. Take this one out and run it. Well, I said run. You just told me the test passed. Something else is wrong. Expectation failed. There we go. Word sizes. Okay, I guess we'll have to stop there. Something in what it expects here for each header cannot convert value of type int to expected argument range event. That's not what this is. A list with a for each over the answers section and a for each inside. If we see it immediately, I guess I'll wait a minute here, but this is an array of int. Type array of int to expected type range of int. Well, why would I want a range? This is not a range departments, it's a bunch of department objects. Well, I don't see why. I mean, content data element.content. Yeah, I don't see it immediately. We'll look at it tomorrow. All right, well, thanks for joining. Tomorrow I'm back 2 to 4:30 Eastern Time, 6 to 8:30 p.m. UTC, and I will be here tomorrow, or I plan to, and will not be here next week, but will be the following week. All right, thanks for joining. I think we made some good progress. We knocked off several things, and that feels good. All right, and next week we'll move on to this, and what was the fourth one? Sorting answers by length. Oh, cleaning up that prefix testing and insertion. So that'll be good. All right, see you then. Bye-bye.